Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News with some latest events in the Ninh province. And now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, on December 24 in Hanoi, the Central Propaganda Department, the Ministry of Information and Communication, and the Vietnam Journalists Association coordinated to organize an online national press conference summarizing the World Cup 2021 and implementing the tasks of 2022. Secretary of the Party Central Committee, head of the Central Committee Propaganda Department, Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa, chaired the conference.
Speaking at the conference, Deputy Prime Minister Vũ Đức Đam said, the current trends and challenge in journalism is digital transformation, which is happening strongly and very quickly in various fields of the social life. The press not only plays the roles of the source of information reflecting on areas of the social life, but also the press in the new era is a filter of information, answering, guiding, analyzing, and pointing out the nature of the media, phenomena, stories, and problems in society to ensure the good implementation of missions of the revolutionary press and its development in the direction of the modernity. And speaking at the conclusion of the conference, head of the Central Committee for Propaganda and Education, Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa, emphasized that in 2022, for press agencies and managers, it is necessary to direct and orient press agencies with adequate information and promptly the resolution of the Central Committee of the Party, the Politburo, the Secretariat, the resolution of the National Assembly and the government clearly reflect important developments in the political life of the country, especially promoting the propaganda to bring the resolution of the 13th National Party Congress to life, efforts to implement the 10-year Socio-Economic Development Strategy 2021 to 2030 and the COVID-19 pandemic prevention and control, in the period of self-adaptation, flexibility, effective control of the COVID-19 pandemic, contributing to spreading positive energy in the society, replicating the good examples, good deeds, good models, effective ways of doing things in the socio-economic development, safety, and effective control of COVID-19 pandemic. Reporting an online conference to summarize tax works in 2021 and implement solutions to perform tax tasks in 2022, the General Department of Taxation said that in 2021, the state budget collection tasks will be implemented well. In 2021, the total state budget revenue managed by the tax sector will reach over 1,294 trillion Vietnam dong, nearly equal to 116% of the estimate. 60 over 63 local tax departments assessed that they had completed and exceeded the state budget revenue estimate, and 14 over 19 revenue and taxes were completed and exceeded the estimate. In 2022, the tax sector is assigned a budget revenue estimate of 1,175 trillion Vietnam dong, which is a very difficult task in the context of complicated and unpredictable COVID-19 pandemic with many new strains. In order to well perform the assigned tasks, the whole industry will focus on implementing support solutions, contributing to helping taxpayers maintain, restore, and develop production and business, promote propaganda to support taxpayers by online forums.
Ladies and gentlemen, on December 24, the delegation of the Ministry of Health, led by Deputy Minister Nguyễn Trường Sơn, had a working session with the Tay Ninh Provincial Command for COVID-19 Prevention and Control.
Regarding the recent increase in number of new cases in the Ninh province, Chairman Provincial People's Committee Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc said, according to analysis, there are many main reasons such as affected by the rapid spread of Delta virus. The source of infection is already available in the community in the unvaccinated groups. The source of infection comes from outside because the province has restarted economic trades between localities, especially production activities in industrial parks, and the part of the people still have subjective mentality and have not properly implemented 5K messages. And particularly about the serious cases in the province, most of them have not been vaccinated or have underlying disease, and currently the province is still facing some difficulties in supplementing experienced human resources for treatment at the second and the third floor. The supply of oxygen and medicine for the F0 at home, especially the drug packages of sea level, is still lacking compared to the demand for use. The Deputy Minister of Health Nguyễn Trường Sơn requested the province to continue to carry out the key surveillance in places with a large gathering of people such as markets, schools, industrial parks, and high-risk places to continue to prevent and detect raising the vigilance of the people. Receiving the guidance of the delegation, Secretary Provincial Party Committee Nguyễn Thành Tâm said that the province will focus on the goal of reducing serious cases and limiting the death rate. Regarding vaccination work, the province will strengthen propaganda, advocacy, and implementation of commitments to those who do not receive vaccines, ensuring vaccination for the schedule. In the coming time, the province hopes to receive attention and support to improve the efficiency of human resources use and treatment capacity and guide the effective F0 treatment from Ministry of Health to overcome shortcomings, strengthen management of F0 treatment at home and medical facilities. Ladies and gentlemen, the Monetary Policy Department of the State Bank of Vietnam said that in the last week of November alone, commercial banks lent about 61 trillion Vietnam dong for more, approximately the level of credit of October this year. Credit has increased rapidly in the last month of the year, but mainly concentrated on small and medium-sized enterprises and those in priority fields, trade, service, and production. It is also a signal that the economic and trade activities have been gradually recovering. In order to direct the credit balance into production and business sectors, from the beginning of the fourth quarter of this year, commercial banks have launched several preferential interest rate packages to support customers to access low-cost capital sources to solve difficulties quickly and overcome the pandemic. And besides, commercial banks have not only offered the preferential interest rate packages, but also loosened the rate of unsecured loans or accepted of land collateral to support businesses, especially small and medium-sized enterprises that were severely affected by the COVID-19 pandemic.
The program to connect the supply and demand of goods in localities across the country has contributed to creating a space for exchange and purchase between businesses and domestic manufacturers and suppliers. This is also an important premise to support local specialties, agricultural products, and the safe food to expand domestic consumption and export markets. In fact, the prolonged COVID-19 pandemic has seriously affected the global economy, including Vietnam. Online shopping has become an effective distribution channel for businesses and consumers in recent years. According to Vietnam's e-commerce white paper in 2021, the percentage of internet users participating in online shopping has increased from 77% in 2019 to 88% in 2020. The COVID-19 pandemic and requirements for relaxation, social distancing, blockade, and contact restriction have significantly contributed to making businesses and consumers more interested in online shopping. The Department of E-commerce and Digital Economy Ministry of Industry and Trade said that e-commerce has made very practical contribution to promoting the consumption of goods and agricultural products in provinces and localities, even in the context of the pandemic risk. The Department of E-commerce and Digital Economy will continue to coordinate with local departments and e-commerce platforms that have signed cooperation agreements to deploy programs to promote local products on e-commerce platforms, building programs to promote distribution on e-commerce platforms through Vietnam Online Store, to support local businesses and cooperatives to expand distribution channel nationwide, and at the same time organize program training and connecting e-commerce with e-commerce platforms through the national online Vietnamese pavilions in provinces and cities across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, over the years, the Catholic followers in Tay Ninh province have always well implemented the guidelines of the party, policy and laws of the state, actively working, creating, emulating economic development, contributing to building a stronger and stronger province.
Phong Cốc Parish in Bình Phong Hamlet Taiwan Commune, Châu Thành District was built in 1955, and currently the parish has about 1,000 Catholic households and followers, with more than 3,600 followers, living together in love and development towards a Catholic community with a richer and stronger life. The role of religion in the locality here, especially in Phong Cốc Parish, is very important. On the issues of religious beliefs, the laity always follow God's way, and that is, live a good life and spirit of charity, solidarity, and help in production and business. For example, we communicate with each other in experiences of vegetable farming, improve the qualities and improve the quantity of vegetables. With the goal of economic development, raising the people's income, and reducing the rate of poor households, the parish council always mobilized the parishioners to apply technological advances, encourage economic development according to the production motto, produce the safe, green, and clean vegetables with net covered. And currently, about 60% of Catholic households in the Phom Kok parish still live mainly by the traditional profession of growing green vegetables. And the vegetables grown here are mainly broccoli, collard greens, bok choy, lettuce, and vegetables is being maintained regularly, cultivated every day and every year. The vegetables cultivated here depend on the needs of the market. They are planted more or less. Households also regularly improve and increase the porosity of the soil, helping to limit the types of vegetables and weeds, pests, and diseases. And currently, the average daily income of each parishioner from growing vegetables is about 200,000 to 400,000 Vietnam dong per day, depending on the time and fluctuation of market prices that have brought a good source of income for families. And thanks to the investment in planting and taking care of green vegetables, the Catholic followers now have the parish houses by many means of living and invest in many production equipment, not only encouraging parishioners to focus on economic development. Phom Kok Parish has also promoted the traditional of implement the motto "Good Life and Good Religion." In the past year, the parish has also mobilized over 500 million Vietnam dong and coordinated with the party committees and local authorities to organize many visits to give gifts to beneficiaries of policy families and families with meritorious services and poor households and families in difficult circumstances in the area. For Thai Binh Commune, which is a commune where the people are very religious, most of the parish vegetable growers pass on their experiences. The commune expert also opened training courses for transferring science and technology, and thereby helping the people apply science and technology to production and cultivation of contribute to production development. In addition, the commune also cooperates with banks such as the Bank of Social Policies and the Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development to support loans for parishioners to grow crops, support greenhouses, fertilizers, and seedling for the people to grow and cultivation. The people can apply science and technology better in order to develop the family economy, build a prosperous life and prosperous society, and a happy family. In Phom Kok Parish today, the streets and alleys in the villages are unconcreted. The landscape is clean and beautiful. The situation of political security and social order has been maintained for many years. The parishioners are very active in productive labor, building cultural life, solidarity, actively encouraging and helping each other, and promoting the spirit of mutual love and affection for the sustainable economic development.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.